One of the things that I enjoyed so much about driving along the A87, both to and from the Isle of Skye, was looking for waterfalls in the hills. There were small waterfalls everywhere, and if you look closely, you might be surprised to find some wildlife. Thank you for joining M&M Life on Purpose as we continue our UK adventures. Today we drive from the Isle of Skye toward Inverness. Our first stop is Invermoriston. Invermoriston is located about 30 minutes north of Fort William on the western shores of Loch Ness. The summer house is a folly perched, some may say, precariously on the edge of the river. It was built by a former laird and was initially used as a shelter so that his guests could watch the great salmon migration upstream. The summer house is a short walk from the parking area, and there are machines from which you can purchase a ticket. When you exit the summer house, turn left and follow the river to see both of the bridges and the waterfalls. Urquhart Castle sits on the banks of Loch Ness and played an important role in the Scottish Wars of Independence. Its position allowed it to quickly raise the alarm if it were ever threatened. In 1332, it was the only Highland castle to remain in Scottish hands after the death of Robert the Bruce. The castle was held by several noble clans, including the Grants and the MacDonalds, and was frequently raided and captured. It was partially destroyed in 1692 to prevent it from being used by the Jacobites. Urquhart Castle is one of the most frequently visited castles in Scotland, and I recommend that you purchase your ticket online in advance of your visit. Maybe when you visit, you'll catch an unprecedented sight of Nessie. Culloden Battlefield is cared for by the National Trust of Scotland. I highly recommend beginning your visit at the Visitor Center, which stands beside the battlefield and features artifacts from both sides of the battle. There is an entry fee, and the Visitor Center contains both dining and toilet facilities. Although the walking paths around the battlefield do not have a lot of elevation gain, I recommend wearing sturdy shoes and considering layers, particularly rain gear. Culloden Battlefield marks the site of the final battle of the Jacobite Uprising in 1746. Jacobite forces, led by Prince Charles Edward Stuart, or Bonnie Prince Charlie, were defeated by the British government army under the Duke of Cumberland, effectively ending any hope of restoring the Stuart monarchy to the British throne. This also led to a crackdown on Highland culture and the clan system. Culloden Battlefield remains a powerful symbol of Scottish history and the consequences of the Jacobite uprising. A short drive from Culloden battlefield is Clava Cairns. The farmers of the Nairn Valley raised these cairns to house their dead 4,000 years ago. Only the most important members of their communities would have been interred in them. Some claim that the standing stones here at Clava Cairns were the inspiration for Craig na Dun from the Outlander series. Exhibit boards for the northeast ring read that on the shortest day of the year, sunlight streams up the passageway to illuminate the chamber. Both of Clava's large cairns are aligned to the midwinter sunset. For the Bronze Age farmer, this was a forbidding time of year with short days, long nights, cold weather, and dead crops. The original burials have long since decayed away, but the well-built cairns remain their memorials. If you look inside the cairns, notice how the highest stones in the chamber walls overhang those below. The missing domed roofs would have been formed from such overlapping slabs.
Sorry, Daniela. Has to be done.
This one has spokes that runs to the center.
There is an outer ring of standing stones around Ring Cairn. The taller stones are all on the southwest side to face the midwinter sunset. The outlying circle of standing stones is also higher in that direction.
Curb Cairn, probably built 1,000 years after the others. Sparkling white quartz fragments found inside it. The little elf survived. It has special meaning and was found at many different Bronze Age sites.
Exhibit boards say that weathering has turned stones from freshly hewn reds, pinks, and whites to gray. The builders chose red and pink for the stones that face the midwinter sunset on all three large cairns. On the opposite side, facing the midsummer sunset, they preferred the paler shades. We spent the night on the northern shore of Bewley Firth in the North Keswick Hotel. We enjoyed spending some time just wandering around and taking in the views of the Firth. Our upstairs room again was very comfortable and had lovely views of the garden behind the hotel.
You have the hatchet, and you have a plate full of food that you may need help eating.
Yeah.
Steak.
And I had the duck.
We needed to go do laundry, and we went to a Wash Me, and it is literally a drive-through, self-serve laundry. I mean, outside. I mean, you line up like you're going into a car wash, and you drive up and you do your laundry right there. It was interesting.